everybody, welcome back to the last week of ballet. I'm Miss Jo.
And I'm Mr. Carson.
We are with Merced Academy of Dance, and this week we're going to work on something that's a little bit more advanced. We're going to take the stuff that we have learned and kind of do things to them, change them up to make them even more balletic. I think that's a word, right?
Yes.
It is a word for this episode. Anyway, we'll guide you through every step of the process, and let's just go ahead and do that.
Let's just jump in.
Alright, just like every week that we have been doing this, we are going to start off with the positions of our arms and our feet because it's really important to memorize these, especially for the stuff that we're going to be doing later on in this video. So real quick, let's just go over them and some terms that might help you, alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our feet. Mr. Carson, will you please show me parallel position? Perfect. Alright, so in parallel, when we open to first, we want to make sure that we don't open too wide or too small. Alright, so go ahead and open your books just like Mr. Carson. Perfect. Now that we're in first position, make sure that you're not inching your heels forward so you're falling over or falling backwards. And make sure that your feet aren't too small. We want a bigger piece of pizza than that, like we talked about last week. And remember, your weight should be on the balls of your feet, so try to bounce up and down. You should be able to. You shouldn't have any weight in your heels at all. Alright, moving on to second position, we're going to tendu our foot out, tendu, and lower it down right where that toe ends. We're just going to lower the heel down. And this makes sure that our heels are lined up with our shoulders. You can see it very well, very nicely on Mr. Carson. So again, we want to make sure that our weight is in the balls of our feet and we can bounce up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. Make sure that your weight is there and not in your heels, because then you don't have as much mobility. You can't move around as much. We want to be light on our toes. So now that we have second, let's go ahead and go into third position. We're going to tendu our foot and just slice right in half so that our foot is right at the side of our other foot. If you're wearing ballet slippers or ballet flats, you can see that there's a little band at the top of your foot. You can put your heel right there, or just try to find the middle of your foot right there at the middle. All right, so now that we're in the third position, again, weight on your toes and not on your heels. We can tendu our other foot, our back foot, tendu that one out and close it in front. Whoa. We can tendu our other foot out and close it in front. So now our left foot is in front. So we just had our right foot in front. We tendued, and now we moved it to the other foot in front. So we can see it. There we go. So now our left foot is in front. So for third position, we have two technically. We have our left foot in front and our right foot in front. Both of them are still third position. We just use them for when we're working our different sides. We won't be doing too much of the different ones, but we will need to learn this if you're continuing, because this is kind of a stepping stone for fifth position, which is what more professional ballerinas use. There we go. All right, so we did our feet positions. Now we can go over our arm positions. For this, you can just stay in first position, just to practice, standing here and staying nice and tall and presenting. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in the first one. We're going to start in brava. Can you please show me brava, Mr. Carson? Perfect. See how his elbows are lifted and they're not cutting down into his side. They're lifting like he has a big circle right here. Perfect. And his shoulders are down. Can you raise your shoulders up for me, Mr. Carson? See, he looks all tense. Go ahead and lower them down. You want your shoulders as low as you can get them, just to look nice and presented, and that helps you puff out your chest a little bit so you look even bigger than you are. Especially for male dancers, it really helps if you look bigger than what you actually are. It makes you look taller, wider in the shoulders. It just looks better. I think that's it. His fingers are nice and loose and delicate with his thumbs tucked. What I didn't talk about last week are your hands. They're kind of a minor thing, but you need to know how to hold them so, you know, it looks like a ballet hand. So I'm going to come up closer to the camera. This is what a ballet hand, can you skip over, Mr. Carson? Thank you. This is what a ballet hand looks like. An easy way to get into this, I've heard, is if you go into like a prayer position and slowly peel your fingers away, and so that your middle finger kind of pops up and your thumb is nice and tucked. You will see some dancers not tuck their thumb. Mr. Carson doesn't tuck his thumb as much, but personally I do. So go ahead and tuck those thumbs up. It takes a little bit of practice, but just if you see yourself going like this, hide your thumb. And then your middle finger is slightly down. Just feel nice and graceful. You should be able to move your fingers generally very easily and smoothly. It just, whatever feels the prettiest, honestly. Or whatever feels the most handsome, I guess, if you're a male dancer. So that is our fingers. Let's go back to positions. Let's go. That was really quick. But, so we're in barre. Our fingers are nice and soft and movable. Our elbows are up, our shoulders are down, our chest is out, our chin is up. All of those good things. And we keep those good things as we move our arms up to first position. Perfect. See how our shoulders are still down, and right here, the tips of your fingers should be right at your collarbone. If you see where your collarbone is, you can press out, and that is where your first position should be. Feel like you're pressing down against something instead of just letting them rise up. That'll help you with your shoulders. All right, go ahead and open up to second position. Perfect. Like I talked about last week, pretend that there is a raindrop, and it touches your head and rolls down all the way off your arm, off of your middle finger. So make sure that your fingers aren't facing up and your elbows aren't drooping. Otherwise that raindrop won't make it to your fingers. All right, let's go to third position. Bring any arm of your choosing in front of you in first position. Leave this one in second position. So 1 plus 2 is 3, so this is third position. All right, same rules apply to first and second here. Go ahead and lift that arm up to fourth position. Perfect. And remember, there are 2 third positions and 2 fourth positions. For the sake of time, we'll only be going through, one variation of them. But the same rules apply. So, arm is nice and up in fifth position, and one arm is in second position. All right, excuse the noise. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead and lift both of your arms up to fifth position. Perfect. See how his fingertips are not touching? And they're not holding each other, but they're not too far out this way. Just a nice circle, a nice picture frame around your head. All right, sorry about that. So, see, his thumbs are tucked, his fingers are nice and gentle, his shoulders are down, his elbows are rounded, and that's pretty much it. Go ahead and explode to demi-second position. See, he passed right through second and lowered them down a little bit more to demi-second position. Just really gentle, his elbows are slightly rounded, but they're not in second. It's just a little more graceful that way. So go ahead and lower back to barre. Those are all of the positions of our arms, but there's a different word for it. The word we use when we're going through these positions in a combination or just on their own is port de bras. Port de bras means carriage of the arms. You're carrying your arms through all the positions. And that's a key word for today, because our port de bras is what we're going to use during our barre and our plies and our tendus, all that good stuff. We're going to be using our port de bras to the best of your ability. I understand if you can't do the coordination as well as we can right now. It makes a lot of sense, but try your best to just keep up with our port de bras today. So when we go through all these positions, again, that is called port de bras, and port de bras means carriage of the arms. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can put that into our exercises and our combinations at the barre and in the center. So we're going to move on to plies now. All right, so for plies, what we're going to do is we're going to go in first position. Can you please show me that, Mr. Carson? Awesome. And when we do our plie means to bend, when we do our plie, we're going to do a plie right there. We're going to see that diamond, that beautiful shape right there. Go ahead and come back up, Mr. Carson. Awesome. We want to make sure our legs are super, super straight when they're not bent. And when they are bent, we see that nice, beautiful diamond. And then we come back up and they're super, super straight again. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is listening to our music and not going down super fast and coming up slowly. Like this, we're going to go down and then come back up. We're not going to do that. And we're not going to go down really slowly and then come up really fast. We're going to use the same amount of time going down as we are for coming up. It's nice and fluid, like we're just slowly bouncing up and down in that plie. All right, so we're just going to jump right into our combination, our plie combination. We're going to use a bar. So if you don't have a bar, go ahead and pause the video and get a chair, or if you have a bar, congratulations. You can use even a wall if you don't have a chair ready right now. All right, so go ahead and take a hand on that bar and put one in barre. What we're going to do is we're going to prepare by going out and then up to second. Perfect. And our combination is going to be really simple. We're going to do 2 plies. Go ahead and plie and stretch, bringing the arm down to barre. Then we're going to plie again, bring up to first and up, straightening up with your arm in second. Again, let's just do that really quick. We're going to plie and stretch, plie and stretch. Then we're going to do what is called a grand plie. So in normal plies, demi-plies is what they're actually called. We don't bend our knees so much that our heels lift off the ground, but in grand plies, we go down almost all of the way. We stop right about there, right when our heels lift up off the floor, and then we come back up. And it's the same with a plie. You don't want to sit down there on your thighs, and you should be able to chill and have a conversation down here, you know? How are you doing, Mr. Carson?
I'm doing all right.
I'm doing a grand plie wrong. So I'm going to come back up and do it correctly. Well, how about Mr. Carson does it correctly for me? We're going to go down, and then we're not going to sit up there. We're going to come right back up and finish. Look at that beautiful port de bras he just did. So for our grand plies, we're just going to use that same port de bras that we used for the demi-plies and come back down all the way up. If you're getting a little confused by the port de bras, plies are kind of a difficult one to start off on, but you know, they are the first combination we do. So if you're getting a little confused, either have your arm in second position or just really try to watch Mr. Carson. So that's going to be it. We're going to do that in first, the demi-plie stretch, and then a grand plie up, and then we're going to tendu our foot out to the side, lower down in second, and do the same thing. We're going to demi-plie, stretch, demi-plie, stretch, nice grand plie in second. We don't lift our heels off the floor, but that's the only difference, and come back up. And then we're going to tendu our foot and close it in third position, right at the middle of that other foot, so that your right foot is in front. We're going to be doing it reversed, so you can mirror us instead of having to rotate it in your head, if that makes sense. So go ahead and have your right foot in front. The same thing, we're going to do it again. We're going to do our demi-plie, stretch, grand plie, and our heels lift off the floor, just like in first position. We're going to stretch up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to tendu our foot to the side. You do it for me, Mr. Carson. Tendu our foot to the side, close back in first position, and then we're going to finish with our arms in barre, feet in first position, chin nice and lifted, and I'm going to pause the music so you can move your chair to the other side. All right, we're going to get a demonstration for that too, and so that you can have the other foot in front, or the other foot ready to go, but you'll be in first position. And we'll do the entire thing all over again, just to the other side. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's going so fast. Oh my gosh. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start the music so that we can do that. Go ahead and have your left arm on the bar. So you can have your right foot in front first. A little confusing. Just make sure that you have your left arm on the bar. I'm going to start the music now. Go ahead and prepare. Arms in first, arms out in second, and plie. Lower your arm to barre. plie, lift to first, straighten out. And grand plie. Lift those heels off the floor and come right back up. Open to second. Perfect. Tendu second, plie, stretch. Just follow Mr. Carson. Try to follow his timing. And grand plie. Beautiful. You can follow your head with that hand. Follow your hand with your head. Plie, stretch, plie, and stretch. And grand plie. Lift those heels up off the floor, lower them down, stretch. Go ahead and tendu your foot to the side and close it in first. And take these last few seconds to finish. And move your chair to the other side. All right, I'm gonna restart the music. Go ahead and prepare with your feet in first position, arms in barre. Prepare, arms up and out. Demi, stretch, demi plie, and stretch, and grand plie all the way down, and all the way back up, and open. Perfect. In second, plie, stretch, plie, and stretch. If you get too far away from your barre, just like Mr. Carson, you can let go a little bit. Come up and out. Tendu to third, plie, and stretch, demi plie, and stretch, and grand plie, bringing the arm all the way down, and then back up to second. Go ahead and tendu that foot back out to the side. Come back to first position, and lower your arms. Go ahead and finish with your chin lifted, and you can look slightly off away from your barre, just like Mr. Carson. Moving on, we're really quick just going to do a tendu combination to get us ready for dégagés, which we'll go over in a second. So tendus, again, straight legs. We never bend our legs in this combination at all. So keep them really straight. We're going to tendu out and tendu close. Go ahead and show me a tendu. Perfect. Can you hold it up there for me? Awesome. See how you can see his heel right there? Because he's turning out his foot. He's using his thigh muscles to kind of really turn that foot out so that it almost looks flat right there. Our toes are super pointed to the ground, and he's able to lift it up off the ground if he wanted to. Wow, look at that. He's drawing his name up there because he has no weight on this front foot. He has no weight on it at all. And his weight is all in the balls of his foot on that leg. So he could bounce up and down just like if he was in first position. Look at that. He is completely mobile because he has all of his weight right in the ball of his supporting leg. All right, go ahead and close that foot with straight leg. Perfect. All of our tendus are going to be in first position, so don't worry about weird third position or fifth position closings. Those are a little more challenging to figure out in just a short video kind of class. So we're just going to use first position. And for this entire combination, we're going to have our arms in second position instead of the quarter barre that we're going to do later on. All right, so what we're going to do is prepare, just like Mr. Carson did. We're going to breathe out and up. 2 seconds, lower that arm on the barre. Then we're going to tendu to the front and close. Tendu front and close. Tendu front, lift it up, lower it down, and close. When we lift up that foot, it's just 3 inches off the floor. Not that high at all. We're not kicking it up there or anything. Just nice and, a good 3 inches. Just like we would do in a dégagé. Haha, hint hint. So then we're going to do it to the side. Tendu and close. Tendu and close. Tendu, lift it up, lower it down, and close back and first. Again, to the back, back and close, back and close. Back, lift it up, lower it down, and close. It should be right behind you. Try not to do it out here or all the way back here. Just try to get it right behind that shoulder. All right, and then we're gonna do it to the side again. Side and close, side and close, side, lift it up, lower it down, close. It'll be a lot slower than that, do not worry. We're going to finish. So think in your brain, what is the word that we call it if we do front, side, back, and then side again? Think. It is called en croix, or it means in the shape of a cross. So en croix is when we do things front, side, back, and side again. Just a little bonus word for you. I think I went over that last week. So that is going to be our combination. Go ahead and take your barre. Again, left hand on the barre so that you're working with your right foot. All right, and go ahead and start in barre. And I'll go ahead and start the music. Just watch Mr. Carson. Up in second, go ahead, tendu front, close, front, close, front, lift it up, lower down, and close to the side, close to the side, close, side, lift it up, lower it down, and close to the back, close to the back, close, tendu, lift it up, lower it down, and close again to the side, close, side, close, side, lift it up, lower it down, and close. Go ahead and finish right there. Perfect, and move your barre to the other side. All right, go ahead and prepare. Feet in first position, arms in bras bas, and let's go ahead and restart the music. Arms in second, tendu front, close, tendu front, close, tendu front, lift it up, lower it down, and close, tendu side, close, tendu side, close, tendu side, lift it up, lower it down, straight legs, perfect, back, close, back, close, to the back, lift it up, lower it down, and close again, side, close, tendu side, close, tendu side, lift it up, lower it down, and close. Go ahead and finish. Chin lifted, shoulders back, all that good posture stuff. Perfect. Moving on, we're gonna work on dégagés. Dégagé means to disengage. Can you please show me a dégagé, Mr. Carson? We're gonna go through tendu and pop it off the floor and then come back down. It is one fluid moment, but a lot of the times you'll see somebody pause there just to show you, how high off the floor we are. It is 3 inches. Some people will say 2 inches. I like to say 3 because, what's a little more height? It's just more fun. All right, so we're gonna do our dégagés. They're pretty much the same thing as tendu. Straight legs, and just you pop off the floor, nice and fluid. Can you show me one to the front for me? Perfect. And show me one to the side. Perfect. To the back. Perfect. And to the side again. Perfect. That was just one dégagé en croix. Now that you know what they look like, they mean to disengage. Once again, they mean to disengage. Let's show you the combination. Again, our arms are just going to be in second position, so you're not thinking too much about them yet. Our combination is going to be pretty much the same as our tendus. We're going to do 2 dégagés, 1 and 2, and then we're going to come back up and show me a piqué, 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 and close. We're going to do 2 piqués. Piqué means to prick. That's exactly what you're going to act like you're doing. Pretend like you have like a little thumbtack on the floor or something really sharp, and you prick your toe, and barely touches the floor and comes back up, and then you just close back into first position. So may you please show me that to the side, Mr. Carson? All right, dégagé and close. Oops, let's do the whole thing, sorry about that. Let's do dégagé and close, dégagé and close, dégagé, prick, prick, and close. Then we'll do it to the back, and then we'll do it to the side again. So in all, it's an en croix combination. Front, side, back, and side. And it'll all be in first, so don't worry about it. Arms are going to be in second, and yeah, that's going to be it. Go ahead and watch Mr. Carson prepare in bra ball, arms and bra ball, feet in first position, and let's start the music. Go ahead and prepare, arms in second. Dégagé, close. Dégagé, close. Dégagé, piqué, piqué, and close to the side. Close, side, close, side, piqué, piqué, and close to the back. Close to the back. Close, back. Piqué, piqué, and close to the side. Close, side, close, side, piqué, piqué, and close. Go ahead and finish. Perfect. And move your bar to the other side so we can work with the left leg now. All right, feet in first position, arms in bra ball. Get ready, and here we go. Arms in second, dégagé, dégagé, close, dégagé, piqué, piqué, and close to the side, close, side, close, side, piqué, piqué, and close to the back, close. Watch your arms, make sure they're not drooping, back, piqué, piqué, and close to the side, close, side, close, side, piqué, piqué, and close, and finish. Perfect. Feet in first position, arms in bra ball, chin nice and lifted. Okay, for rond de jambes, which means, circle of the leg, we're gonna do a combination really quick. So go ahead and start in first position. And Mr. Carson, you please show me a rond de jambe en dehors. Perfect. Coming from the front all the way to the back, a nice half circle, and then closing in first. And then we can do that again, and again, and again, as many times as we need to. Perfect. All right, so look how he's hitting the front, and then to the side, and to the back, but he's not pausing in any of these positions. That's kind of what we're going to be focusing on today. All right, and then can you show me a rond de jambe en dedans? Coming from the back, circling to the front, and closing again, 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 again. We get the idea. All right, so what our combination is going to be is we're going to start in first position just like normal. We're going to prepare. Our arms are going to be in second, and we're going to do 4 rond de jambes en dehors. So coming from the front to the side, we're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we're going to pause front, pause side, pause back, and close. Then we're going to do the same thing, but do it en dedans, or coming from the back. We're going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We want to pause back, pause side, pause front, and close. Then we'll finish and move the bar to the other side so we can do the left leg. All right? Really simple. Make sure that our legs are super, 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 super straight the entire time. No bent knees here. And your toes are nice and pointed, and you're not putting any weight on those, on the front or the side. Yeah, look how hard that is. It's a lot harder if you put weight on it. It's much easier if you just let it glide over, like you're ice skating, like your toe is ice skating, and it's just gliding right over that ice. All right, go ahead and just follow Mr. Carson, feet in first position, arms in bra ball, and I'll start the music. Take a breath with the arms, up to first, open to second, prepared. Go front, all the way around front, and front, and front. Now pause front, side, back, close. We'll do it en dedans now. Back, around back, one more back, pause to the back, side, front, and close. Go ahead and finish. All right, perfect. Go ahead and move your bar to the other side so we can work our left leg now. All right, feet in first position, arms in barre, ready to go. Start the music again. Prepare, arms to first, open to the side. Front around, front, Rhonda jambe, Rhonda jambe. Pause front, pause side, pause back, and close. Again, back, back, en dedans, and back pause, side pause, front pause, and close back in first. And finish with your arms in barre, chin lifted, feet in first position. Last thing we're going to do are grand battements. Grand battement means big kick because grand means big and battement means kick, believe it or not. So grand battement means big kick. So will you please show me a grand battement to the front, Mr. Carson? We're going to start from first. Boom! Right there. Perfect. All right, go ahead and relax. So as you may have noticed, he had his arm up in fifth. Now why did he have it like that? So at the barre, there's a certain type of port de bras that you do. So when we're doing things en croix, or in the shape of a cross, front side, back side, all that good stuff, there are certain arms that you do. So when you're going to the front, like he was just doing, we have our arm all the way up in fifth position. And when we go to the side, we have it in second position. And then when we go to the back, we bring it all the way down to go in, arabesque is what it's called. But it'll just be in front of you, nice and long out with your beautiful fingers. And then we'll go back to the side. Perfect. So that's our port de bras, carriage of the arms. That is our port de bras for when we're doing this combination. You don't always have to use a port de bras, hence why I had you guys with your arms in second up until now. But yeah, so for our grand battements, again, super straight legs, no bending at all. We're just going to do 2 en croix. So we're going to start preparing our arm in fifth, 1 and 2. Then to the side, he's going to lower that arm to second, 1 and 2. To the back, he's going to bring that to arabesque, 1 and 2. Then to the side again, he's going to open it to 1 and 2. Perfect. And lower it to finish. All right, see how high his leg got? You don't have to worry about the height, I promise. It's kind of a flexibility thing, and you get used to going that high when you're in more advanced classes. For you guys, I just want you guys to focus on getting it like a nice 45-degree angle. Could you show them one to the side to show what that is? Right there. We don't want it to your hip right here. Try to get it like level with your knee at least. We just want to focus on staying turned out with our toes pointed, our legs straight, all that good stuff. All right, go ahead and prepare arms in barre, feet in first position, chin lifted, and we'll do this both to the right and to the left. I'm going to start the music now. Prepare arms in fifth, grand battement. Grand battement to the front and close. To the side, arm in second, perfect. Arm in arabesque. Perfect. Kick and come down. Arm in second, close, arm in second, and close. Go ahead and finish. Perfect. Move your barre to the other side so we can do the left. All right, feet in first position, arms in barre, and here we go. Arm in fifth, up, close, to the front, close, arm in second to the side, and close to the back, straight legs, to the back, perfect, to the side, and close, to the side, and close, and finish. Perfect. Feet in first position, arms in barre, chin lifted, all that good stuff. All right, now that we're done with barre, and get that chair out of here, or whatever you were using. So we're gonna do some center combinations, and we're gonna start with a petite allegro. There are a lot of different types of combinations. all like kind of pertaining to how fast or how slow they are. And if they're fast, what kind of fast thing are you doing? So there's allegro, which means fast, and then there's adagio, which means slow. Allegro, fast, adagio, slow. What we're doing is a petite allegro. A petite allegro means they're very short, fast, little things. So we're doing some jumps. Jumps are very short, they're very fast, and they're very, petite. Petite means small. So we're doing a petite allegro with some sautés. I think we've gone over sautés before, but if you can't remember, that's okay. Or if we didn't, I'm sure we might not have at all. But we're in a certain first position, and sautés always begin with a plie. So we're in a plie, and jump sauté, and end back in a plie, all right? It's very important that you both start with a plie and end with a plie. Because if you don't end with a plie, it hurts your knees so much as you get older. It just gives you really bad knees. You want to make sure that you're taking care of your body, and you're starting with a plie, ending with a plie, making it nice and bouncy, as a jump is supposed to be. So when we go up in the air, think of it like a pencil. Your toes are super, super pointed, and your knees are super, super straight, like the point of a pencil. Look at that. Perfect. All right, so I think that's about it. Our combination is going to be both in first and in second, because you can do sautés in whatever position you want, really. So, Mr. Carson, you can show me first position, and we're going to do 2 slow sautés. We're going to do plie and sauté, plie and stretch, plie, sauté, plie, stretch. And then we're going to connect 3 sautés. So we're going to do plie, sauté, plie, sauté, plie, sauté, and stretch. Just like that. And then we're going to do that again. So we'll do plie, stretch, or plie, sauté, plie, stretch. 1 slow one. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. 2 slow ones. And then we'll do these 3 connecting ones and stretch. Then we'll do it, we'll do it twice in first. And then we're going to tendu our right foot out into second. So now we're going to do the whole thing in second position. That tendu is really quick, but you'll be able to catch it. So then we'll just do the same thing. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, plie, sauté, plie, sauté, and stretch. Perfect. And then we'll do it twice in second, just like we did it 2 times in first. Just follow along, Mr. Carson, and never stop doing your plies. All right, so when we're doing them in first, our arms are going to be down in barre. But when we tendu the second, we're going to lift them up to, second position. So we'll do all of our first jumps in barre, all of our second jumps with our arms in second, if that makes sense. If not, just follow along with Mr. Carson. I promise you, he knows what he's doing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the music. Go ahead and begin with your feet in first position, arms in barre, ready to go. Ready, plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, 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 plie, stretch. Again, plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, and sauté, and sauté. Tendu second, plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. 3 sautés. 2, 3, again, one more time. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, plie, stretch. Plie, sauté, and sauté, and sauté, plie, stretch. Go ahead and tendu that foot back in first position, arms in barre, and finish. All right, we're nearing the end of class, so we're going to transition into our bonus move. Yay, yay. So our bonus move last week was, our passes and our retires. So this week we're going to do something called a promenade. Promenade in English means a walk, but it doesn't really help you figure out what it is it? It's not really a walk. What we're going to do is we're going to go into arabesque. For our first week, our bonus move was arabesque. What we're going to do is tendu our foot behind us and put our arms in first arabesque. Remember, that means that one arm in one leg is in front. It's not the second arabesque where 2 things are in front. It's one side is in front. So this is our first arabesque. What we're gonna do, perfect, we're gonna lift up that bottom, that back leg, you know, just into like a dégagé little area. It's a little hard to balance, but you know, we're on flat, so it's okay. So this is the beginning of our promenade. This is how we get into it with our arabesque. Promenade is when you turn around towards your front arm by lifting up your heel and kind of scooting it forward so that you can move into a circle. It's a little hard to do on carpet, so if you're on ceramic, you'll have an easier time with it. What we have is we have a little dance floor that we can wheel in, and Mr. Carson can use this. So he'll have an easier time moving, you know, you kind of have to rely on the floor that you're on to kind of scoot your heel forward. So you'll notice all of his weight is on the balls of his feet, which is something I've been talking about for a long time. It's very important that you have your weight on the balls of your feet, so you can do things like a promenade and scoot your heel forward like that. Perfect. And we'll just go around once. So what I want you to do, can I have the floor for a little bit? Thank you. Well, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go ahead and get into your arabesque, facing front or wherever you want, I don't care. We're going to go around just once with me. We're going to go, remember, we're not going to use our heel. We're just going to move the balls of our feet around in a circle. You can use the walls, kind of just freeze your upper body so that you're not moving this at all. And your only thing that you're moving is your heel to really turn you around. This is I feel like this is a little bit more of an advanced move. I don't really do these perfect all the time. They're a little more harder to master, but you know, it's something to work towards. Can you please get on the floor right in? So all together, let's go ahead and do that. Prepare in first arabesque and get ready to go all the way around in 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect, and freeze. Go ahead and switch your legs. So now you're in the first arabesque with your right foot and arm in front. And we're gonna do the same thing, but turning towards this front arm, so we'll go toward the knee. Ready? Awesome. Ready in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and turn around. Lifting up your heel and placing it back down. Perfect. And go ahead and relax, shake it out. Those are a little more difficult, and they're just a very different dance move. You don't really see it too often. You know, I guess you see it in those little dance music boxes with the ballerina turning around inside if you open it up. I like those, those are pretty cool. But this is kind of how you actually do that move when you don't have a partner spinning you around. Because it's very easy if you have a male dancer spinning you around, but you have to be able to do things yourself sometimes. So our bonus move was promenade, which means a walk, but it's not really a walk. So it's kind of weird. But that's gonna be it for bonus move. Bonus move, I'm so happy. Yay, okay. So we're going to go ahead and end the class with a nice reverence, kind of reviewing what we've done, you know, throughout this whole ballet circuit. Go ahead and prepare your arms with a nice breath. Bring one arm up to first, open, down. Arm up to first, open, down. Let's bring both arms up to fifth. Explode. To second, give me a butterfly flap or a fairy wing flap, whatever you want. Come back to robot. Show me a demi-plie. Stretch. A demi-plie. And stretch. When doing grand plie, try your best to balance. Ready? And come back up. Show me another breath. We're going to tendu to the side. Rhonda behind us. And show me your first arabesque. And hold. We're going to do a promenade. And go. Turn towards your front arm. And go ahead and close back into first. Good, ready for the next side. Tendu your foot out. We're going to jump up behind you, bringing the arm in front, and we're going to do a promenade. Perfect. And close. Back into first. And we're going to do a breath. And close. Lift one arm up to fifth. Open and down. Other arm up to fifth. Open, down. Bring both arms up to fifth. Plie, rise up, hold, and explode to come down. Alright, now we're going to do our plie, or our curtsy, or our bow. Your choice. Ready? Go ahead. And to the other side, tendu, and curtsy or bow. Alright, good job everybody. I'm going to pause the music really quick. Alright, good job everybody. I'm glad that you stuck with us through these 3 weeks. Ballet is very difficult to, get in your brain over the course of, just 3 quick classes. But I hope you learned something, and next week we'll move on to something more, contemporary, modern feeling. So not necessarily ballet, more, stretchy and free and flowy, Alright, so thank you for sticking with us. It was a little bit hard, but if you're ever curious or wanting to know something about ballet, there are so many resources out there for you. It's on YouTube, there's a lot of movies out there. There's a lot of ballet movies. If you're really interested about it, maybe consider asking your parents or, enrolling yourself in a ballet academy like Merced Academy of Dance. We're always looking for, new students, and during these times, maybe a little difficult to get out into a studio right now, but we'll work something out, okay? So whatever you do, just keep on dancing, no matter what kind of dance that is. All right, I will see you guys next week for some contemporary modern. Goodbye.
Goodbye.